Hello guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today we are playing this new deck which I created. Alright guys, so we are into the match and we are facing C Jota. Let's wish him good luck and let's see what he's using. Alright, I'll cycle my skills in the middle to start off the game, and off the bat he uses Ice Wizard behind the King Tower, so I will just use my bowler in the same lane. So this might be a splash shot matchup. Alright, so he uses Baby Dragon behind the King Tower. So let me just use my Goblin Drill in here. He might do his Valkyrie or Skelly King, let's see. Alright, so he's using that Skelly King variant, so looking like a pretty good matchup for us. Alright, we are having the Executioner for his Skelly King ability. I'll use my Skelly King in the middle so that we can just easily kill his Baby Dragon and also kill his Skelly King. So he uses Poison offensively, so I might have to use my Golden Knight in here, and then I'll use my ability. Alright, so he got a little bit of damage, but it's fine. We are having a really good matchup in this deck, so we can win, I think. Alright, so let's see. I will just easily log on top of this Tombstone and then activate my ability, and as you can see, Golden Knight ability reached the tower and we are getting some damage onto his tower, which is really good for us. Now let me cycle my Skellies again and pressure with the drill opposite lane. In this matchup you have to play opposite lane because else they will get a lot of poison value. I'll distract the baby dragon with the bowler. Bowler is also a really good counter to the Skelly King ability, so we are having a really good matchup. Alright, so let us see. He uses Ice Wizard to just slow down our bowler. I'll use my Executioner in the middle here again, and we defended that pretty easily. Let's see. I'll do my Golden Knight opposite lane to force out something because he's not having his Skelly King in cycle. Now he might have. I'll just activate my ability and we are getting a lot of damage on top of his tower. And he might do his graveyard now, so let's see. I'll prepare my cannon in here and then I'll use my bowler to distract, and let us see. Let me try to activate the king, but I failed. It's okay. Baby dragon splashed onto the tower and he got a bit of damage, but still we are fine. I'll use my golden knight in here and then drill behind and activate my ability. So very well played on his end with the tombstone placement, but let us see. Bowler will provide us a lot of value in that situation, and then I'll use executioner and tornado. First I'll use my bowler in here and let us see. As you can see, we are getting a lot of defensive value and tornado can help us to clean up that nicely. Let me just use my log in here to kill that skeleton easily, and then I'll use my golden knight in here and we can just easily kill that ice wizard. And let us see. I'll pressure with my goblin drill again. Now we just have to defend and get a nice counter push. Alright, so I'll use my bowler in here and then I have to use my executioner up high, and then I'll use my tornado to easily counter all that. He also uses tornado and it's a really defensive match, so it's going to the down over time. I'll use my log and then I'll use my ability to counter his Skelly King ability. Hopefully that Ice Wizard dies. Alright, so he uses graveyard, but that was really bad graveyard, so this might be an opportunity for us to take his tower. Let us see. I'll use my executioner in the middle here and we will create a nice push. I'll just use my goblin drill in here and then I'll just use my log on top of that to get some chip damage, and then I'll use my golden knight and let us see, we can get a good nado and ability to finish off his tower. I'll use bowler in here and then I'll nado an ability, and alright, as you can see this ability is really broken and I think we can just easily win this match. We just have to drill and I'll just use my log in here to get some chip damage, and then I'll use my nado and we can just easily win this match. Alright guys, so into the next match and we are facing the Sibyl. Let's wish him a good luck. Let's see what he's using. Alright, so he uses wall breaker, so I'll just use my Nado and we can counter both the lane perfectly. So let us see. Alright, so he uses electro, really bad electro on his end, so I'll just use my executioner and we can just easily counter that and have a nice counter push. Alright, so he's running a pretty weird deck. Let us see. Alright, so his cannon is out of cycle, so let me just use my Goblin Drill here. Let's see. Alright, so he uses Baby Dragon, so I'll just use my Golden Knight to tank for that, and we can just easily use Drill in here and then activate the ability to kill his witch. Hopefully it's onto the tower. As you can see guys, we took care of that witch easily and we are getting a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we activated his king tower, but it's nice. Let us see. I'll just distract this Electro with my Skellies and we'll get 2 chip damage, it's fine. We are up Elixir, so I'll use my bowler behind the king tower to create a nice push. Let us see what his win condition is. Is Might using some Mega Knight deck? Let's see. Alright, so he set up a defensive cannon in the middle, so I'll just use my Executioner in here. He's not dropping anything. Alright, so he uses Baby Dragon now and then Fireball. So that was really bad overcommitment, so I'll use my Golden Knight opposite lane. Let us see. Now I'll activate my ability and we can just easily counter his witch. The baby dragon also died, so we are also getting a lot of chip damage, and breakers also died, so looking like really good start. I will just easily log in here to kill that witch and also get that chip damage onto the tower. Let us see, we are into the double elixir, so I'll just set up a bowler in here, distract the electro with my skellies, and let us see. Alright, so Electro got one shot. The timing is really precise, but you can counter that. Let us see. I'll use my drill in here to just create a nice push, and then I'll use Executioner. I think that will also reach the cannon. As you can see, it also splashing onto the cannon. And he is having a P.E.K.K.A, so really interesting deck. P.E.K.K.A wall breakers. I will just use bowler and then Nado in here to kill that witch and electro easily. As you can see, we are having a really strong defense with the bowler executioner Nado combo. And this combo also works well with the golden knight and drill. And cannon, log and skellies provide a really strong defense on our side. Now golden knight is reaching onto the tower, and then I'll use Nado and then I'll use my ability, and we are getting a lot of damage. Alright, so I can just easily distract this electro this time and counter it perfectly. And I'll use my drill in here on top of his tower and distract that baby dragon with my bowler. And we are just a little bit of damage away from the victory. Bowler can easily take care of those breakers. I will just use my golden knight behind and set up a defensive cannon for that P.E.K.K.A. He might try to do his witch. Alright, so he uses fireballs. I'll distract the P.E.K.K.A with my skellies, and then I'll use my Nado and try to activate the ability, but I feel it's alright. So he's somehow defending, but we are just chipping away. Now I can just do bowler to kill that witch easily, and his baby dragon can easily get tanked by our bowler, and tower can take care of that easily. Look at him, he's trying to get some damage onto the other tower with the electro, but that was really bad. I'll set up a defensive cannon and we can just BM him a little bit. I will just use golden knight in here, and I can just easily use my drill on top of his tower. I will just cycle some cards in. Alright, so he's trying to defend. He don't know I have two small spells, so I will just use my log in the middle to BM, and then I can just easily use my Nado and we can win this match. Alright guys, so we are into the match and we are facing Moro, so let's wish him a good luck. Let us see what he's using. I'll use drill off to the bat and he uses barrel, so pretty skillful start to the match. I can just easily counter his barrel with my golden knight. So ice golem and goblin barrel, pretty interesting deck. Might be some sort of rocket cycle no skill deck, let us see. Alright, so we got a lot of chip damage on top of his tower, and I'll use ability. Alright, so very well played on his end with the Skelly's placement. But that cannon was really bad, so we are getting some chip damage on top of his tower. Now I'll set up a defensive cannon and then easily log his barrel. So he's having a dart goblin, so I'll just use my Skellies to counter that. Hopefully we kill that. Alright, so nice start to the match. I'll use my golden knight in here. He's trying to cycle back to his goblin barrel. Let us see, we can just activate the king tower if he uses barrel with the Nado. I'll drill offensively and then I'll use my Nado to just activate my king tower. Alright, so we got the king tower activation. This will help in the further match. I can just easily log on top of his Dart Goblin now because we are having Nado for that barrel again. Now let us see. It's a pretty fast cycle deck, so let us see what we can do. I'll cycle my Skellies behind and let us use drill again offensively. And I'm having my bowler to counter that. He's not dropping his barrel, so I'll use my Golden Knight. And the ability was really bad, so he just easily countered it with the cannon. Alright, so Dart Goblining is providing him a lot of value. I'll use my bowler to counter that. Okay, our timing was not correct, so we got some stabs. It's fine though. He also might have a rocket, so we have to be just cautious about that. Alright, so he's not dropping anything, so I'll just use Golden Knight behind and then drill on top of his tower. So Skelly's placement was really bad, so let us see. And that Dart Goblin also died, so looking like really good for us. Alright, so we are getting a lot of damage through the stabby ops. Now I can just easily use Bowler again in here. He might try to rocket. Alright, so he's starting the skillful rocket cycle. Let us see. I'll use drill in here and then I'll use my Nado to predict his Kelly's something. Alright, we failed, but we are still getting a chip damage. Now we are just some HP away from the victory. I'll use Executioner up high. He's trying to desperately win the match with the rocket cycle, but we can just easily use drill in here and then I'll use my tornado. Let us see, and we can just easily win this match. Thanks for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Till then, peace.